my dear friends. Welcome to Lifewell Seniors. I am Dr. William Johnson, and today I want to ask you something very personal. Have you noticed moments where your memory slips, maybe forgetting where you put your glasses or struggling to recall a familiar name? Or perhaps your heart feels just a little heavier, beating harder after a short walk, making you wonder if it is keeping up the way it used to. If you have ever felt that way, I want you to know, you are not alone. Now here is the exciting part. What if I told you there are 9 everyday foods that can naturally help sharpen your memory, protect your heart, and even lift your mood? Foods that taste delicious, are easy to find at your local grocery store, and have been proven by science to make a profound difference in senior health. And here is the promise. In the next 25 minutes, you and I will explore these foods together. We will not just list them. I will explain why they work, how they fit into your daily life, and which one might be the turning point you never expected. In fact, food number 8 will almost certainly surprise you. Most people do not even realize it is packed with omega-3. Stay with me to the end so you can discover it for yourself. Omega-3 is not a trend. It is not a gimmick. It is a nutrient that your brain and your heart crave. Researchers from Harvard and the National Institutes of Health call it a catalyst for change in aging because it reduces inflammation, keeps your heartbeat steady, and helps your memory stay strong in the long run. But here is the best part. You do not need to buy an expensive supplement or chase after complicated diets. You can nourish your body with foods you may already love: salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, and more. Each one carries its own story, its own power, and together they can help you build a sense of accomplishment in your health journey. Now, let me ask you this. If you could choose one simple step today to feel sharper, calmer, and stronger tomorrow, would you take it? If your answer is yes, then this episode is for you. Drop a comment below with the word "ready" to let me know you are committed to your own wellness. Because here at Lifewell Seniors, we believe aging should not mean slowing down. It should mean gaining wisdom, building joy, and keeping your body and mind as vibrant as possible. That is our mission, and you are part of this family. So stay with me. Listen closely. Together, we will uncover 9 powerful foods rich in omega-3, foods that can be the turning point for your memory, your heart, and your peace of mind. Trust me, by the end of this video, you will see food in a whole new way.
Alright, let us begin our journey. In the very next part, I will explain what omega-3 really is, why your body cannot live without it, and why it is a matter of urgency for seniors everywhere. Stay tuned, you do not want to miss this. What is omega-3 and why seniors need it now? Before we dive into our list of 9 omega-3 foods, let us pause for a moment and understand exactly what omega-3 is and why it matters so much, especially for seniors like you and me. Omega-3 is a type of healthy fat. It is essential, which means your body cannot make it on its own. You must get it from what you eat. Unlike the heavy, greasy fats we are told to avoid, omega-3 is light, clean, and healing. It is nature's way of protecting your brain, your heart, and even your joints. There are 3 main forms of omega-3. Let me keep it simple. The first is EPA. This is the heart helper. It supports circulation, keeps your blood vessels flexible, and reduces inflammation in your body. The second is DHA. This is the brain booster. It builds and repairs brain cells, which is why scientists say it is critical for memory and focus. And the third is Alabama. This is the plant version. It is found in seeds and nuts. Your body can convert some of it into EPA and DHA, though not all of it. That is why a mix of both plant and seafood sources works best. Now, let me tell you why omega-3 is such a big deal for seniors. First, it helps protect your memory and cognition. A study published by the National Institutes of Health found that seniors who consumed more omega-3 scored better on memory tests and showed slower cognitive decline. That means less forgetfulness, more clarity, and a sharper mind. Who does not want that? Second, omega-3 supports your heart health. According to Harvard Medical School, people with higher omega-3 levels have a lower risk of heart disease. It helps maintain steady rhythms, lowers triglycerides, and keeps blood pressure in check. For seniors, that can mean fewer scares and more peace of mind when you feel your heart beating strong. Third, it eases inflammation. Think of inflammation as a silent fire inside the body. It causes stiff joints, sore muscles, even swelling in blood vessels. Omega-3 is like water on that fire. It cools it down, which can make your daily walks, gardening, or even climbing the stairs much easier. Fourth, it influences emotional health. Many seniors quietly deal with sadness, loneliness, or anxiety. Omega-3 has been shown to improve mood by supporting neurotransmitters in the brain. It helps your brain chemicals talk to each other more clearly, creating a sense of balance and calm. And let us not forget the eyes and skin. Omega-3 protects your vision by keeping the tiny vessels in your eyes healthy. It also nourishes your skin, preventing dryness and supporting healing. Now, let me share a real-life example from my own practice. A gentleman in his early 80s came to me worried about his memory. He kept misplacing his keys, forgetting appointments, and it frustrated him deeply. Instead of rushing to medication, I suggested he add omega-3 rich foods into his meals: salmon twice a week, walnuts as an afternoon snack, and ground flaxseed stirred into his morning oatmeal. After 3 months, he returned with a smile. He told me, "Doctor, I still forget little things sometimes, but I feel clearer. My daughter even noticed I am sharper in our conversations." That, my friends, is the power of simple nutrition. So here is my question for you. Has your doctor ever recommended omega-3 to you? Maybe as a supplement, maybe as a diet change? I would love to know what advice you received and whether you followed it. Drop a comment below and share your story. Your words may give someone else the courage to make a healthy change. Now that we understand why omega-3 is vital, it is time for the exciting part, the foods themselves. In the next section, we will explore the top 9 omega-3 rich foods every senior should know about. These are foods that can turn your meals into medicine. And remember, number 8 is the one most people never expect. Stay with me, because you do not want to miss it. Top 9 omega-3 foods for seniors. We now arrive at the heart of today's journey, the 9 omega-3 rich foods that can truly change the way you feel, think, and age. Each of these foods carries a unique gift. I will share what makes them powerful, how you can enjoy them, and a doctor's tip from my years of experience. As we go along, think about which of these you already eat, which you might want to try, and which could become a new favorite in your kitchen. And please, let us know in the comments below. Your experiences mean so much to our Lifewell Seniors family. Number 1, wild-caught salmon. When people think of omega-3, salmon is usually the first food that comes to mind, and for good reason. Wild-caught salmon, especially from cold waters like Alaska, is one of the richest natural sources of EPA and DHA. A 3-ounce serving of salmon provides over 1,500 milligrams of omega-3. That is more than enough to meet your daily needs. It also gives you high-quality protein, vitamin D, and selenium. Now here is my doctor's tip: bake or grill salmon with just a touch of olive oil, lemon, and fresh herbs. Avoid heavy cream sauces that mask the natural flavor and add unnecessary saturated fat. Try to eat salmon twice a week. I once had a patient who made salmon her Sunday tradition. She said, "Doctor, not only do I feel stronger, but my grandchildren now ask for salmon instead of fried chicken." That is a win for the whole family. Question for you: do you already eat salmon regularly? If yes, how do you like to prepare it? Share your recipe in the comments. Number 2, Atlantic mackerel. Mackerel may not be as popular as salmon in American kitchens, but it is a powerhouse fish. A small fillet of Atlantic mackerel, about 3.5 ounces, contains over 2,000 milligrams of omega-3, plus vitamin B12 and vitamin D. The beauty of mackerel is that it is small, oily, and lower in mercury than bigger fish like tuna. It is safe for seniors and has a soft, mild taste when cooked properly. Doctor's tip: look for fresh or frozen mackerel. If you choose canned, make sure it is packed in water or olive oil and check the sodium content. Pair it with whole grain crackers or toss it into a salad for an easy lunch. I often tell my patients, do not overlook the humble fish. Sometimes the less glamorous ones pack the biggest punch. Number 3, chia seeds. Now let us move from the ocean to the garden. Chia seeds are tiny, but they carry big nutrition. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds offers nearly 5 grams of ALA, the plant-based form of omega-3. That is remarkable for such a small seed. They are also rich in fiber, which supports digestion and helps regulate blood sugar. For seniors with constipation or diabetes, that is a significant benefit. How to use them? My favorite suggestion is to make overnight chia pudding. Just soak 3 tablespoons of chia seeds in a cup of milk, dairy or plant-based, and let it rest overnight in the fridge. By morning, you will have a soft, pudding-like breakfast. Add some fresh berries and walnuts on top, and you have a memory-boosting meal. Quick question: have you tried chia seeds before, or would this be your first time? Let us know in the comments. Number 4, sardines. Sardines are one of the most underrated foods in America. They are small, affordable, and packed with omega-3, calcium, and vitamin B12. A can of sardines, about 3.5 ounces, contains over 1,500 milligrams of omega-3. Because sardines are small fish, they are low in mercury and safe for regular consumption. Doctor's tip: buy sardines packed in olive oil for extra flavor and nutrition. Place them on whole grain toast with avocado for a delicious, heart-healthy lunch. I know many seniors are hesitant because they remember sardines as fishy or old-fashioned. But once they give them another try, they often say, "Doctor, I never knew they could taste this good." Number 5. Walnuts. Let us talk about nuts, particularly walnuts. These are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3. 1 ounce, which is about 7 whole walnuts, provides over 2 grams of Alabama. Walnuts are also known as brain food because their shape resembles the human brain, and indeed, they support brain function beautifully. Doctor's tip: eat a small handful as a snack, or sprinkle chopped walnuts over oatmeal, yogurt, or salads. Lightly toasting them in the oven brings out their natural flavor and makes them easier to digest. Walnuts also contain antioxidants, magnesium, and fiber. They are a powerhouse for senior wellness tips. Number 6. Ground flax seeds. Flax seeds are another wonderful plant-based choice. But here is the key: your body cannot digest whole flax seeds very well. They must be ground for you to absorb the omega-3 inside. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed contains about 2 grams of Alabama. They also provide lignans, compounds that support hormone balance and heart health. Doctor's tip: keep a small jar of ground flaxseed in your fridge. Add 1 tablespoon to your oatmeal, yogurt, or even soups. It blends right in and gives your meal a quiet boost. I had a patient who added flaxseed to her morning oatmeal for 6 months. She told me, "Doctor, my digestion feels smoother, and I feel lighter during the day." Small changes add up. Number 7. Omega-3 enriched eggs. Not all eggs are created equal. Some come from hens fed a diet of flaxseed and other omega-3 rich ingredients. These eggs contain significantly more omega-3 than regular ones. 1 large omega-3 egg provides about 100 to 200 milligrams of omega-3, plus high-quality protein and vitamin D. Doctor's tip: start your morning with scrambled omega-3 eggs and spinach. It is a brain-boosting breakfast that is easy to prepare and enjoyable. For seniors who do not eat fish often, these eggs are a convenient alternative. Number 8. Shrimp. Now here is the surprise. Most people do not think of shrimp when they think of omega-3. But shrimp actually provides a modest but valuable amount, along with antioxidants like astaxanthin, which supports eye health. A 3-ounce serving of shrimp offers about 300 milligrams of omega-3, plus protein and minerals. Doctor's tip: grill shrimp with garlic and lemon for a quick dinner. Avoid heavy fried versions, which add unnecessary oils. I promised you a surprise, and here it is. Shrimp is a tasty, versatile way to add omega-3 to your diet without even realizing it. Tell me, were you surprised to see shrimp on this list? Drop a yes or no in the comments. Number 9. Seaweed and algae oil. Finally, let us look at the ocean's gift for vegetarians and those allergic to seafood: seaweed and algae. Seaweed provides DHA, the same form found in fish, because fish themselves get it from algae in the ocean. Algae oil supplements are now widely available. A small capsule can provide 500 milligrams of DHA, making it a perfect choice for seniors who cannot eat fish. Doctor's tip: if you enjoy Asian cuisine, try adding dried seaweed sheets to soups or salads. If not, algae oil capsules are an excellent alternative. Wrapping up the list. There you have it, 9 omega-3 rich foods that can strengthen your memory, protect your heart, and support your overall wellness. From wild salmon to humble walnuts, from chia seeds to surprising shrimp, these foods are your natural medicine. They are not complicated. They are not out of reach. They are gifts you can choose to enjoy every day. Interaction call: which one of these foods are you most excited to add to your meals this week? Share it in the comments. Your answer may inspire someone else to try the same. Stay with me, because in the next part we will talk about how to safely add omega-3 into your daily routine, how much you need, when to use food, and when supplements might be necessary. This step-by-step guidance will help you apply what you just learned. How to safely add omega-3 to your routine. Now that we know the 9 best omega-3 foods for seniors, let us talk about something very important: how to safely bring them into your life. Because even the healthiest nutrient must be used wisely, especially as we age. How much do seniors need? For most healthy older adults, about 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 each day is recommended. If you have heart disease or certain medical conditions, your doctor may suggest a higher amount, sometimes up to 2,000 or even 3,000 milligrams per day. But here is the key: do not guess. Always talk with your healthcare provider before making large changes, especially if you are taking medication. Food first, pills second. I tell all my patients this simple truth: food is always the best first choice. When you eat wild salmon, chia seeds, walnuts, or omega-3 enriched eggs, you are not just getting omega-3. You are also getting protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, all the natural partners that make nutrition work best. Supplements are helpful, but they should not replace food. Think of supplements as a safety net, not the main stage. When to consider supplements: there are situations where supplements may be the right choice. If you are vegetarian or vegan, algae oil capsules can provide DHA. If you are allergic to fish, supplements may be safer. If your doctor has tested your blood and found your omega-3 levels too low, supplements can help fill the gap. If you do choose a supplement, look for one that has been third-party tested for purity. Some cheap brands may contain heavy metals or unnecessary fillers. Always read the label carefully. Timing and balance. Another important point is balance. Omega-3 works best when your overall diet supports it. Try to limit fried foods and processed oils, because these can create inflammation that cancels out the good work omega-3 is doing. I often suggest a step-by-step approach. Start by adding just one omega-3 food each day. For example, a tablespoon of ground flaxseed in your morning oatmeal, or a piece of grilled salmon for dinner twice a week. Build slowly, and soon it will feel natural. A word of caution. Omega-3 is safe for most people, but there are times to be careful. If you are taking blood thinners, high doses of omega-3 can increase the risk of bleeding. If you have liver problems, talk to your doctor before adding supplements. Remember, nutrition is powerful, but it must always fit your unique health story. Before we move on, I wanted to ask you, do you prefer getting omega-3 from food, or do you find supplements easier to manage? Leave a comment below. Your answer will help others think about their own choices. Doctor's advice, practical tips for seniors. My dear friends, now that we have explored what omega-3 is, why it matters, and the top 9 foods to enjoy, let me share something very close to my heart, the advice I give my own patients. After more than 3 decades in geriatric care, I have seen firsthand how small nutritional changes can transform lives. The power of consistency. Here is the truth: omega-3 only works if you use it consistently. One salmon dinner every 3 months will not change much. But 2 servings of fatty fish each week, a handful of walnuts most days, or flax seeds stirred into your breakfast every morning, those steady habits create long-term benefits. I once had a patient in her 70s who struggled with joint stiffness and low energy. At first, she doubted that food could make any real difference. But she agreed to try a 3-month experiment: salmon on Sundays, chia seeds in her yogurt 3 times a week, and walnuts as her afternoon snack. By the end of those 90 days, she walked into my office and said, "Doctor, I feel lighter in my body and sharper in my mind." That sense of accomplishment gave her confidence to keep going. Watch the interactions. Now, as a physician, I must remind you to consider your medications. Omega-3 can thin the blood slightly. If you are taking warfarin or another blood thinner, speak with your doctor before adding high doses. For most seniors, the amount from food is perfectly safe. But I want you to be cautious, because safety always comes first. Step-by-step meal ideas. Let me offer you a simple 3-day rotation you can try this very week. Day 1, start with scrambled omega-3 enriched eggs and spinach for breakfast. For lunch, enjoy sardines on whole grain toast with sliced avocado. For dinner, have baked salmon with roasted vegetables and brown rice. Day 2, breakfast could be overnight oats with chia seeds, walnuts, and blueberries. Lunch might be a mackerel salad with fresh greens. Dinner could be shrimp stir-fried with garlic, served with steamed broccoli and quinoa. Day 3, begin the day with oatmeal sprinkled with ground flaxseed and a spoon of honey. Lunch could be a tuna alternative, a seaweed miso soup with tofu. Dinner, grilled salmon again, because repetition builds routine, and routine builds results. This is not complicated. It is not expensive. It is about weaving these foods into the meals you already enjoy. Mindset matters too. Nutrition is not just about the body. It is also about your relationship with food. I encourage my patients to approach these changes with curiosity, not pressure. Treat it as an eye-opening experience, a chance to discover new flavors and to take back some control of your health. When you prepare a meal with omega-3 rich foods, pause for a moment. Feel gratitude that you are making a choice to protect your heart, to strengthen your memory, and to nurture your body. That sense of purpose makes the journey rewarding. Let me ask you, which of these meal ideas sounds most realistic for you? Could you try one of them this week? Drop your answer in the comments. I love reading your plans, and I promise, your words will encourage someone else who is listening right now. Wrap up, final thoughts and call to action. My dear friends, we have taken quite a journey together today. We began with a simple question: how can seniors like us protect our memory, our heart, and our sense of well-being in a natural, powerful way? And the answer, as we discovered, is hidden in everyday foods rich in omega-3. Let us pause and reflect on what we have learned. Number 1, omega-3 is an essential fat that your body cannot make on its own. You must receive it from your diet. Number 2, omega-3 supports your memory, protects your heart, calms inflammation, lifts your mood, and even nourishes your eyes and skin. Number 3, the best way to get omega-3 is through whole foods. From wild-caught salmon to humble sardines, from crunchy walnuts to the surprising shrimp, these foods carry not just omega-3 but a wealth of knowledge from nature. They come with protein, vitamins, minerals, and fiber, all working together to keep you strong. Number 4, supplements can be helpful, but food should always be the foundation. Talk to your doctor before taking high doses, especially if you are on medications. Safety always comes first. And finally, number 5, small consistent changes matter more than dramatic overnight shifts. 1 tablespoon of flaxseed in your oatmeal. 2 servings of salmon each week. A handful of walnuts in the afternoon. These little steps build momentum, and momentum leads to a turning point in your health. Now, let me share a heartfelt message. Taking care of your brain and heart is not only about living longer. It is about living well. It is about waking up with energy, remembering the names of the people you love, walking without pain, and feeling calm in your spirit. You deserve that. Every senior deserves that. And omega-3 can be one of the quiet but powerful allies on this journey. So here is my invitation to you. Take one idea from today's video and put it into practice this week. Maybe it is adding chia seeds to your breakfast. Maybe it is trying sardines for the very first time. Or maybe it is speaking with your doctor about how omega-3 could support your personal health story. Whatever it is, make that step. And please, share it with us in the comments below. Tell us which omega-3 food you plan to try, or which one you already enjoy. Your words matter. Your experiences inspire others. Reading your comments gives us a sense of belonging, a reminder that we are walking this road together. Before we close, let me thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me, Dr. William Johnson, here on Lifewell Seniors. Thank you for caring about your health. And thank you for being part of this community that believes aging is not about slowing down but about living with purpose, strength, and joy. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. That simple action helps us reach more seniors who need these messages. If you are new here, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. Every week, we share senior wellness tips designed to support your brain, your heart, and your overall well-being. And one last request, if you are still here with me, type the number 9 in the comments to let me know you watched until the very end. That always brings me a smile and lets me know you value this time as much as I do. So my friends, remember this: health is built one choice at a time. Choose well. Choose with love. And choose foods that give you life. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and stay connected. This is Dr. William Johnson, signing off from Lifewell Seniors. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.